course. Sorry, I just heard the recording in progress and it kind of distracted me, but just to let you know that, this is a really awesome event that is going to teach you everything you need to know about getting into the drone business from A to Z. Literally, we'll tell you everything you need to know. Even if you can't attend, we're doing a virtual option. So, I mean, listen, this is going to be your most key piece of information that you can learn if you're interested in drones, the drone business, starting a drone business. We got you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, who is this I'm speaking to?
Yeah, my name is Shu. I'm an electrical motor engineer. So it's just recent
Very
years there are
nice.
a lot of drones. So, sometimes people ask me the motor in the drone. So I just curious about the general drone industry and yeah, just
Yeah,
general curiosity. Yeah.
sure. So the best drones use the brushless motors, obviously for quietness, and power efficiency. So most of the drones that we recommend, pretty much, well, no, all of the drones we recommend use brushless motors because they are just, quieter, more stable, and you can get a lot of higher speed. And then the larger the propeller, you get more lift and payload speed and payload capability. So depending on what you're doing, if you're just doing things like, flying, you don't really need a huge drone. But if you're doing things like, say, drone delivery or things like that, you need something with larger payload capability. We even talk about drone fishing at some point where you can like drop bait, but with the payload capability, you could do deliveries for things for companies like Amazon, Zipline. Those are two of the like biggest companies that are doing drone deliveries right now. And then something personal, kind of like touched my heart, is recently with all these hurricanes. I'm kind of getting into the concept of humanitarian aid, drone delivery for hurricane relief. So we're talking food, water, and supplies to the needy where you can't get to them with roads and things like that, where you have to fly it in through helicopters and things like that. So they're using the drones to film these locations, but they're not technically using them to deliver. Like you can literally drop packages up to 10 pounds with these larger drones where you can, provide sustenance for people in need.
Yeah, I see. So, but generally, the motor supplier mostly are they from China?
Well, it depends. So I only recommend really two main drone companies. DJI is a Chinese-based company. They are more cost effective, but their drones are vastly superior to any other drone that you can get that on Amazon, just say, for example, right? They are the number one. They are top. They literally have 70% of the drone market locked in. Now, there is an American-based company called Skydio. They are extremely innovative. Their drones are equally matched, if not even maybe somewhat superior to DJI for enterprise and industrial relationships, like things where you would use it for a professional service. So their drones are more expensive. They're not easily available. Like you can't just go online and just purchase one. You have to like contact them. It's a little more like jumping through hoops to get them. But if you get one, that is like those two companies, like there's no match. There's no other company that I would literally say, other than if you were like looking for something that's a waterproof drone, that like there are a few companies that have drones that like can literally take off from in the water. But other than that, both DJI and Skydio have water resistant drones that can fly through rain, snow, any environmental conditions, and they have the technology. So it's not just about the drone itself, it's about the technology that's used to connect that drone to you so you can fly it easy.
I see. Yeah, thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome. No problem. My pleasure.
Chris, we got someone else that just hopped in. I say we give
Okay.
it another couple of minutes, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. All right. Who's in there? Uh, just curious if we know. No.
There's
Well, welcome.
there's no name on on it. But you know,
Yeah.
it's CS. It's called.
All right. Welcome, CS. Thank you for joining. While we're waiting, I just want to show off my new baby. I just had a little baby drone. It's my little cutie patootie. I was telling Eric about this thing earlier. This is the DJI Neo. Amazing, unbelievable. Just released, like top of the line for $200. I mean, this thing literally flies itself. You don't even need a controller. It's
So
amazing. I'm going to show you all kinds of things that will blow your mind.
it's amazing. Such a cool, unique, uh, like just the way that they develop that, super unique.
Yep, yep. Because, not everybody wants a huge drone and, wants to or even needs a huge drone. There's so many different applications from just people who are doing social media to people who are doing it professionally, making, a living just flying drones for huge companies. I mean, there's so many different areas in the drone industry where you can either, you know, not necessarily make money. If you want to make money, that's great. But even just doing something that you love and that's fun. I mean, going to work every day and just flying a drone around. I mean, it's like, I know for me, it's like the best thing ever. I do it. I love to do what I do. So I hope everybody here who attends understands and wants to get interested in the drone industry because it is literally booming. This is the time. Timing is key.
I agree. I agree.
Yep.
So let's see here. We're gonna do, I say what do you say we just jump into it and then when people come in, I'll just mute and then if they have any questions, I guess we can ask them. How's that sound?
Sure. I just yeah, as long as, we don't want too many people to miss out. How
Okay,
about we wait till 10 minutes after? So 6:10 and then I'll start it. Just
perfect.
in case there's a few late people, but you
So,
know,
sounds
I
good to
don't
me.
want to hold everybody up too much. I'll kind of try to like fill in the time a little bit. Let me think. So, just some thoughts on the drone industry. So right now, uh, the reason why you want to get into this business is because the timing is perfect. So what I mean by that is before, say 5, 10 years ago, drones were super expensive. They're $10,000 10 years ago, $5,000 5 years ago. I mean, those are rough numbers, but now they're like $1,000 for a insanely good drone. Like you can literally buy a drone for $1,000 that's going to do everything a $10,000 drone used to do, plus more, plus like, I mean, exponentially better technology, cameras, everything. So that's just middle of the range. You can go better or you can even save money and start at the beginning with something like this, this little Neo, which is only $200,
Mhm.
or you can go to a mini drone, which is around $500, and still be able to make six figures easy, especially with real estate. Real estate is the key. I mean, that's the easiest way to make money. Real estate, stock photography, business, marketing, things like that, like putting Google ads out there for businesses. Those are the easiest ways to get into it. But if you want to elevate it to another level, you can always invest your money into something that you know is going to generate the profits later, or you can just start cheap and work your way up. There's so many different angles to come into it. It's really amazing. And the key is that not only is the technology getting better and the prices are dropping, but so many more people are getting interested in it that eventually the market will become saturated. So what I mean is like Tesla, right? Tesla is a perfect example. Electric cars, they were on the market for a little while. Nobody really jumped on board. But when a Tesla came out, the first Teslas came out, people said, wow, these cars look good. They're efficient. They work. They're not perfect yet. They need a little more time to develop, but they invested into it. And look at where they're at now. I mean, there was just a Tesla event, I think it was Sunday night,
Mhm.
where they're already got these automated robots and robo taxis. I mean, they are just boom, 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 like flying up the market because they got in there at the perfect time when no one else thought it was going to work. Elon Musk knew it was going to work, and all the other people invested into it. Now you see Teslas all over the place. Some people don't even realize how many Teslas there are. It's like it's amazing. And just to think that what was it? When was the first Tesla out? Should have that number, but I don't on the top of my mind. But when it first came out, people were like, "What? What's a Tesla?" Now everybody's like, "I see 16 Teslas a day." You know, I literally do. I don't know what it's like where you guys are at, but in Florida, everybody's got a Tesla.
Absolutely. It is like
All
everyone
right.
has a Tesla. Everyone has a Tesla and now a Cybertruck.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't buy
I,
Tesla.
you have a Tesla?
No, I don't buy Tesla because I'm more can I mean I'm like it's very bumpy. I'm more for the comfortable is the first priority for me. So
Comfort.
it's like the
Okay.
Tesla Model 3. When I test drive it, it's almost like Toyota Corolla. It's too bumpy. Like my whole body vibrates, like my heart, my
Okay.
leg, everything. It makes me very dizzy, uncomfortable. So
Yeah, I mean, hey, everybody's got their thing, but Tesla's learning just like everybody else in the industry is learning. The Tesla Model 3 that you probably drove is probably not going to be the Tesla Model 3 that's coming out next year. It's then the one that's coming out next year is going to be not only cheaper, but way better, more comfort, more things that every automaker and every other industry understands. They got to listen to the consumer about what they want, and then they build it for them. So they do that, and it's literally the best possibility. Like just eventually. Right now, there's not enough chargers, but when there are enough charger stations, you're gonna see that nobody's gonna be wanting to drive gas vehicles anymore. But regardless, we're talking about drones, and this is the way to go. If you want to make a lot of money, you want to start early so that way you are at the top of the market, just like Tesla is. You can have your brand be the world or, you know, United States, wherever you are located, leader in drone business if you know how to build your business. All right, so I guess we're gonna get started.
Do it.
Sound good, Eric? All right. So this is our Drone Master Academy discovery. So basically what that means is that we're going to tell you why the Drone Master Academy is important, and it will be your gateway to learning everything that you need to know if you are curious about getting into the drone business or even just starting, a career learning about drones first and then going off and applying for jobs in the drone industry, which is also a good, possibility. You don't even have to like start a drone business as an entrepreneur, which I am, and Eric is an entrepreneur as well. You can learn here and then take that knowledge and then go to companies and say, look, I know everything I need to know about drones and I have some experience, but I'm already ahead of the game, because I mean, there's so many people in the industry that just have no experience. They try to get in there and have you ever even learned about a drone, flown a drone? Do you even know what a drone does? So this is what we're going to teach. So I'm Commander Christopher Hawk Hubbs. So my company is Hawk AI Industries, or yeah, Hawk AI Drone Industries. Sorry about that. And then I have my first officer over here, Eric Greenstein. So I'm a remote pilot in command, which means that when I do my drone missions, I am the one who controls the drone, and I am the one who coordinates with my flight crew. So whenever you take a drone out for professional purposes, you can either be a sole RPIC or you can employ a visual observer. So things like FPV drones where you have the goggles on, you can't see what's going on around you. You might not see trees or power lines or things. You always want to have a visual observer. So that's just your first officer, number one. Those are the two people that are key to any flight crew. But you can also have multiple other people, which we will talk about in the academy, where everybody has a specific role and it becomes like, you all work together to make sure that you get the best possible flight and data collection that you can, because data collection is really what you're trying to do, whether it's pictures, videos, mapping, LiDAR, all that stuff. Those kind of things where you're taking your technology and recording it, that's your data. That is what's important. So this is what we're going to teach you how to do. And so our flight crew currently consists of me and Eric, and then I have a few other pilots in my network that I call upon only for certain drone flying experiences, but we are part of the Alpha X-Ray flight crew. So, and this is the DJI Air 3S, which is coming out in 2 days. So in 2 days, you're going to be able to purchase DJI Air 3, which is probably the best drone you're going to get for the month. It's technologically superior to anything other than Skydio's drones that I've seen. So why should we get involved in the drone business? Because it's super easy. It's the best way to make money. If you want to make a lot of money with very little investment, this is literally the best way because it's so cost effective. You have very little investment up front, and you're going to be able to make multiples of that in profits. So say you put in $1,000, you can make $10,000 within a month. You can make $100,000 in a year, easy. And you don't need a degree. You don't need a business license. You don't need to be an entrepreneur. We're just going to teach you. That's all. Simple. So now some of the possible money that you can make just being a freelance drone pilot. Now, think about, what people are earning these days. Most people get 15, maybe 20 an hour on an average job, which, you can live, but that's below the median income level. I mean, you want to make, as much money as you can, but look at the ranges. I mean, you can make from 24 to $62 an hour just for, and then some jobs like real estate jobs, you can make $300 in 30 minutes if you know how to market yourself. So the average is 48, but it's such a wide range. It's really hard to like pinpoint it, but this is according to ZipRecruiter. Now, according to salary.com, salary range is between $60 and $100,000 a year, averaging at 83. Now that is good money. I mean, even in Florida, that's not bad, for at least for I mean, for a freelance, this, we're not even talking professional level. This is just beginning civilian level freelance drone operators. So that's not me. Those numbers don't come from me. They come from ZipRecruiter and salary.com. So there's a lot of different areas where you can utilize this potential. So most commonly is aerial photography and videography. That's where most people start. That's where I started. It's literally like the gateway because all drones have a camera on them, and the camera is like the purpose of the drone originally was to just video, take pictures, or document something, right? So, depending on your expertise and clientele, you can make, like I said, hundreds to thousands, right? And then real estate, hotels and spas, weddings, events. And then actually the other thing, which is, I'll give you guys one little extra secret I wasn't going to tell you, but selling stock footage, just like taking a picture of a sunset can make you a ton of money. You just post it on a website and somebody might buy it for their website just because, hey, stock photos, stock audio, stock footage, they need it for their website. Oh, look, they got a beautiful sunset in their video. I'm going to put that on my website. But something I really think is cool, one of my favorite subjects, is precision agriculture and pest control. Now, I'm not talking like killing cockroaches with Raid. I'm talking about keeping your crops healthy so that way they thrive from pests. Because, living in Florida, we have things like oranges and strawberries that, are very sensitive to environmental conditions and pests. I mean, it can happen, they get diseases, they get invaded by locusts, all kinds of things can happen that could deteriorate their crops, right? So with precision agriculture, you're talking about looking at water, like where there's dry areas or where they needed to be fertilized, or if pests are invading, if you need to spray pesticides, you can actually use drones to spray pesticides. You can even use drones to spread seeds, small seeds like rice, sugar. So here in Florida, there's a big sugar industry, Florida Sugar or Florida Crystals, Big Sugar, they call it. And they literally are probably 30 minutes from where we're going to be doing our academy. They basically have like a huge, a huge area of land, like hundreds of thousands of acres, where they use literally DJI drones to monitor their crops, and they use apps to analyze those that we will teach you how to use. So if you have that knowledge, you can literally get a job doing precision agriculture and make up to six figures. Now, construction and infrastructure inspections are really huge too. So you think when someone's building a huge real estate development, They need to make sure that the land is correct, like the land is stable. There's no areas where there's any kind of flaws. And then as far as like making sure that everything is like mapped out correctly. So like say, you got property lines, you got to map those. You want to have everything perfectly accurate to the detail. Those kinds of construction inspection jobs can be huge. I mean, there was somebody I heard two people who did a drone training academy ended up getting a $300,000 contract to work with a construction company. Two people. So that's good money. That's insane money. And then they were only on there for a couple months. That was their job. So they made $150,000 in a couple of months just using their drones. And then infrastructure is really important. So when they're building things, they have to make sure that they're built properly. Now, if there's any cracks or breaks or something's out of place, they usually will send somebody up on a scaffolding or whatever, and that's dangerous. You can actually get hurt. A lot of people's lives end because they fall off of these, say, bridges or buildings because they're up there trying to take a picture and then they lose their balance and they fall off and they die. It's sad to say, but you can literally, with the technology of cameras these days, fly your drone in and with the accuracy, like to the centimeter accuracy, you won't worry about crashing into anything. You can zoom in to see the most minute little cracks. Like, you see 4K TVs right now, they can see pores on someone's face. Well, you can do that with, infrastructure. You can see how well something's being built. And if there's any problems, you can address those. You just file the report with the company and they pay you. And then you don't need two or three people. You only need one person with one drone. And then environmental monitoring and research are really big, especially here in Florida, because a lot of people care about things like beach erosion, runoff from rivers. We have a lot of swamp areas here too that need to be monitored, and you can't get people in there. You can get some people in there, but it takes a lot of time, a lot of resources. So you can make tens, you can make thousands to $10,000, just on one project alone if you know what you're doing and you're working with the right company. So another really interesting thing, which is what I was talking about earlier, as far as the hurricanes, is search and rescue and disaster relief. So say somebody's stranded on a mountain, that's search and rescue, right? They get, a skier gets stuck in an avalanche and he's stranded on a mountain. Instead of, somebody flying helicopter back and forth, that takes a lot of time, resources, gas, money. You just send a drone out. There's a team. They send a drone out. They scan. They find the guy. They see him waving. They send in a rescue team. Within hours, that guy's safe. And then the disaster relief, you can, provide food. You could provide, so many different things that people can't provide when you can't get to them. So this is one of the, like, to me, like in my heart, is one of the best possible, things that anyone who cares about people and wants to fly a drone to help people, this is what you'd want to get into. And then energy and renewable resources, those things are like really cool for like, looking for things like where you might want to do mining or find remote areas where there's something that you would want to acquire, say as oil, if you're still, looking for that kind of thing, or if you're looking for, places where you really need to uh, basically just find things that you can't access with the everyday car, truck, or helicopter because maybe it's in a wooded area, right? You can't fly a helicopter down very low when there's big trees. You can fly a drone down in between those trees and see things that nobody else is going to see in very remote locations. So, like I said, mining and mineral, that's very, very, very popular these days because say you're going to, you're building a mine, you're drilling a hole through a mountain to get to some resource that you want to, say, for example, diamonds, right? Okay, say, there's a deposit of diamonds in there and you want to get to it. So you're going to drill through there, but you don't want to lose people, if it collapses, right? So you literally can take those drones, fly them in, monitor the location, send back that data, and make sure everything's safe. And you can make a lot of money doing that. I mean, $100 to $300 an hour. That's good money. And you're just literally sitting in front of a controller, monitoring and collecting data. And then the other thing that kind of relates to the disaster relief is the delivery and logistics. So Amazon, Zipline are both masters in the delivery area where they are both implementing drone delivery. So you order packages from Amazon, they come in 2 days, which is really great, but they have to be shipped and then loaded onto a truck. They have distribution centers all over the United States, but think about how much more efficient. You could get literally a package within hours using drones. And they already have this. They already started it. It's just a matter of time, and they need pilots. And if you're a pilot and you know how to fly these delivery drones, guaranteed. Uh, and then logistics as well, like finding, the places that you need the best delivery and how efficiently you can give that delivery is, I mean, there is no numbers I could give you. It's so new and it's so big. That is one of the like most booming industries. And then the other thing is law enforcement and government. So this is something I've kind of talked to Eric about a lot lately because if we look at, say, the assassination attempts on Donald Trump, whether or not you like him or not, those things could have been prevented if they had proper drone surveillance and security. So they needed people who had experience. They had somebody who had 1 hour of training with drones, had to call a hotline to figure out how to fly the drone, couldn't get the drone in the air, and he almost lost his life. Now, whether or not it's him or someone you love, or even you as a successful business entrepreneur, you might need that kind of level of security, those types of things. But if you're providing it, make a lot of money. And law enforcement, looking for criminals that are running, you know, it's literally an amazing area to get into. It is US based, so I will warn you ahead of time. You can't use AI or you can't use DJI drones because they are Chinese. The US does not allow you to use Chinese drones for governmental purposes. You have to use an American-based drone, which is why Skydio is so big. So the other thing is property management and inspection. So basically, if someone has a high value property, a warehouse, a business, and they want to secure, keep it secure, they have all these alarms and things like that, and they have security cameras, but those are static, they're fixed. And some of them have AI tracking and things like that, but they don't get the bird's eye view and they can't see the whole property. They can only see sections of that property. So think about, how beneficial that is to somebody who has a very lucrative company that wants to make sure that nobody's going to get, into that property. You can get a job working with them, and send in security teams if you monitor anything that's, out of the ordinary. You'll get notifications, red flags, boom. You can even set it autonomously. There's drones that have night vision, thermal, so you can see beyond the human eye's capability. Conservation and biodiversity. That's something I also like a lot because when I was in high school, I was in an environmental science program. I really got into the environment and helping out, doing all kinds of things, water conservation, beach erosion, things like that. But you can really, really help get involved in making sure that the environment is monitored, so that way if there's anything, like, say an example for, like, during these big hurricanes, alligators get pushed out of the rivers and they go into the intracoastals and things where they're not supposed to be. So you can you can actually find out where they are, rescue them, and take them back. And then here in Florida, we have this big python invasive species where, they go out and they try to get rid of them because they can literally eat anything. They can eat gigantic. They can eat an alligator. A snake can eat an alligator. That's how big it can get. And these things are invasive. They're bad for our environment and all. And it's just a matter of finding out where they are. And then I did kind of briefly talk about safety and security, but I just wanted to let you know that, like, that is one of the most, interesting ways that you can use your drone, not just for people and businesses, but just for general, like, government. There's so many different applications, and you can make a lot of money doing it. And so with our academy, we try to let everybody know that it's not just for people that own a drone. Some people want to get interested and they're like, well, I don't own a drone. I don't know anything about drones. Well, that's what we're going to teach you. And the best thing is that, we're going to tell you what are the best drones to buy and what are the ones to avoid, because you don't want to waste your money. Like, I mean, there's so many different options out there. You can go on Amazon right now, look at a million of them, but I'll tell you why 90% of those are bad, because they're just knockoffs. They don't have the technology that you need. You're going to lose your drone and you're going to waste your money. I mean, there's things called flyaways where your phone or your controller loses connection and then it just keeps going and never stops and just disappears into the ether. It just disappears, or it falls out of the sky, crashes on someone's property, causes damage, and now you're responsible. So just by attending this academy, whether it be in person or virtual, you'll have a chance to win a DJI Mini 4K. We're giving it away for free with accessories, all kinds of things. I mean, there's so many things, but you have to attend the academy one way or another. You have to either be there in person or attend virtually. Because if I mean, and we're going to give away raffle tickets, multiple things. If you attend today, this webinar, you're getting two tickets already. There's so many different ways that you can earn raffle tickets to multiply your chance, increase your odds of winning that free journey. So this is just kind of a little illustration in my little Neo there. See, it does land right there on your palm of your hand like that. It's really, really cool. You just literally hold your hand out and it just goes like that. It's so cool. But is this a drone that's good or bad? There's so many different reasons why somebody might say it's bad or somebody might say it's great. I love it, but it depends on what you're using it for. And like I said, just for attending today, 2 free tickets. So you're entered into the raffle as long as you attend the academy one way or another. And so you don't know how to fly a drone? Maybe. Or maybe you do. But if you don't, we'll teach you everything you need to know in our hands-on training session. We're talking about like intro, like 101, starting never touched a controller in your life, to advanced flying techniques, meaning like things that most people might know how to control a drone or fly a drone, but how to really use it, like say indoors, flying through tight spaces, in forests, around people, those kind of things at night. Those things are very complicated, and you have to know those advanced feature or techniques in order to use a drone for those purposes, whether it be for your business or, even recreationally. So, this is kind of like a little example of our groups when we do fly-togethers. So we're going to have an upcoming fly-together event. And when we do, you're literally going to get to touch the drone, touch the controller, feel it in your hands, because there's so many virtual events, but they don't let you fly a drone. And so you have to go and figure it out on your own. And this is where we literally will take you from step A to step Z. And then this is an example of an FPV drone. It's the DJI Avata 2, where you would actually wear goggles, what I was saying, where you need a visual observer. So just pretend that's me with the goggles on and Eric standing over there looking around. Uh, and so you can use you can use that drone to do like crazy stuff. I mean, this thing can do backflips, side flips, it can do some crazy stuff, but it can also help with real estate by getting those amazing indoor videos that literally sell properties so fast. Like anybody who has what I call a drone uh it's hard to explain, but what I really mean is, like, say you have a listing for a property and you see pictures, right? That's okay, you might be interested. And sometimes they'll have interior picture or a walkthrough with some video. But if you have a flying through video where you go from above the property, all in one shot, all in one single shot where you're above it, and then you go around it, and then you go through it, room to room, guaranteed sale. All right. So if you don't know about your FAA 107, which a lot of people don't, many people just buy a drone and think, I could fly it. Well, the rules are that if the drone weighs more than 250 grams or 0.55 pounds, you are legally required to have your FAA 107 license, which is a pilot's license. It's been kind of grandfathered in. It started in 2021 that they implemented the law. So we're only 3 years into it, and it's very much, they take a lot of the information from previous pilot training courses and kind of try to cut it down to a little bit. So it's a 60 question test. And honestly, it's every test is exactly the same. It's the same 60 questions. Most people will pay $200 to $300 just to learn how to take their FAA 107. And we're going to teach you how to do it for $100 or $80 if you do it virtually. But you're guaranteed to pass. And you have to get a 70% or better, which, isn't that hard. I passed it my first try. I'm not trying to brag, but most people do. Everybody that I know who's taken it said, man, that was so easy, and it's just about knowing the right information. Because if you're trying to take, everything and you don't know where to find the right information, then you're just wasting time. You can learn in 3 days, literally 2 days of the academy, one day cram, take your test the next day, you're done. And then the place where we're doing our training academy is called Amro Aviation. It's a licensed FAA testing facility. So it's a one-stop shop. You can get everything you need to know, or everything you need from there, everything you need to know from us, and then take the test there. and see an amazing facility as well. So basically, yeah, there's a lot of resources with the Part 107. So they call it the Part 107. It's just one of their uh, subgroups. There's multiple levels of 107. It's just like basically it's the entry level pilot certificate. So when you get that, you can literally say, I'm a pilot. And people are going to be like, what? Like, yeah, I'm an FAA approved pilot. You'll get a license, certificate, and you're registered. You are a pilot. And then you can take that and then either grow within the pilot industry or just stick with drones. But either way, you're covered and you'll know all the rules and all the regulations. So this is the facility actually that we're going to be hosting the event at. It's here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Beautiful, beautiful location. Like, I mean, when I went there, I literally was like looking around. I mean, as you can see, the picture of the hangar with the plane, like that's how clean it is. I mean, that's not a joke. That is literally, I mean, and I saw private jets that were 4 or 5 times bigger than that, probably worth $10 million, that were gorgeous, just sitting there, like all waxed up, brand new, looking gorgeous. I mean, it's really nice. And they do all kinds of pilot certifications. But the picture on the bottom right is actually the room where the event is going to take place. I mean, they set it up for us. It looks beautiful. I'm going to be that little corner over there is where I'm going to be. We're going to have the TV presenting all this stuff that I have prepared for you guys, comfortable seats, beautiful tables, and it literally is so nice. Beautiful. I just can't even say. So at the Drone Master Academy, you're going to be learning not only how to fly the drone, why it's good to have a drone or for this, industry, but the business and marketing tips and tricks. That is the key. How to take what you've learned and apply it to the industries that you want to get into. Because some people will be like, oh, well, I have the technical, but I have the practical, but not the theoretical. The theoretical is the business and marketing stuff, the stuff that you're going to need in your head to know how to market yourself, building a brand, using marketing strategies that we will teach you that are proven not just in the drone business, but within all businesses. So basically, it's called power marketing. Uh, and it's used in many different businesses, but I've taken it, multiple people have taken it and, chopped it up into, how it applies to their businesses. But I've taken it and brought it to its core and how it applies to the drone business. So you're going to learn things that will literally be your key to success. And then, basically power marketing, I'm telling you, there's so many different levels. So like there's strategic marketing and there's tactical marketing. Most people think that going out there and putting out ads, flyers, and things like that is the best way to market. But that's tactical, right? Strategic means you have a plan. You've thought about it. You've literally come up with every way that you can take your business and 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 show it to say I want to go to a real estate agent. Okay, I got a plan for that. Say I want to go to an agriculture company, market my skills. I got a plan for that. Strategic marketing is the way that you're going to succeed quickly, easily, and professionally. Now, editing photos and videos is something that a lot of people don't have experience with. I did some photography, social media stuff before I started to get into drones. But then when I started to get into drones, I was like, okay, these are, some old school techniques, that I'm trying to apply. And then all of a sudden AI took off and now it's so easy. I mean, there's apps, there's software where you can take your video and in minutes have something that looks really cool. Like there's filters, there's text overlays, subtitles, voiceovers, all kinds of stuff that's going to enhance your video, especially like in real estate or any kind of social media marketing, product, product marketing. Say, I knew a guy, he was doing for cars. So he was selling cars and he wanted, to make his cars look really cool. So we got the drones out and, we did around the cars, through the windows of the cars, put music on it, subtitles, blah, 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 the prices. And they literally sold those cars in minutes. People were people were like overbidding for those cars. And then the AI editing tools are the key, which ones are the best? Because there's so many. I mean, the Chat GPT is just tip of the iceberg when it comes to AI. There's so many different platforms that you could use. And then when it comes to drone footage, you want something that works best for you, and we'll teach you those from like this year and beyond. And then, there's Filmora, there's YouTube Creator, there's Adobe Pro. There's so many different ones, but this is just to let you know that there are, I mean, this is like not even a quarter of the ones that are out there. I mean, there's so many. So the other benefit is that not only are we going to teach you these things, we're going to literally be able to give you a template. Like you can take what you learn. We're going to give you a flyer template for advertising your business, a script, and a pricing template, all ready to go that you can literally just put your business name on. And then within a day or two, once you've figured out what you want to say, what you want to do, you can literally take that with your drone flight experience and your business marketing skills and everything you learn at the academy and start making money tomorrow. You know, I'd hate to say within 24 hours, but say give it 48 hours. I guarantee you could start making money 48 hours after completing our academy. So, like I said, the elevator pitch script, that's something where somebody's going to go, oh, what do you do? Well, I fly drones. Okay, but why and how is it going to make the money? So I'm just going to backtrack real quick. This is just a little example of a pricing template, right? So you got different, look at that. 5-minute video, $500. You know how long it takes? I mean, that's 5 minutes of your life. You know what I mean? And then we got filming, editing, travel, travel expenses as well too. Like say you're somebody calls you from across the country and they say, hey, I want your service. Okay, are you buy? You can buy. We have a travel expense. Purchase of your ticket, flight there, set you up on a hotel. All kinds of business travel expenses can be included in your price. And then, like I said, weddings are huge in this industry. Like people already hire wedding photographers, and to get that kind of footage, and it's just priceless. And the other thing is, when you're flying drones and you have your FAA 107, you still have to do a little bit more to fly over people. You could fly around people, but if you want to fly over people, you have to do a little more, and then we will teach you that secret. So say you don't have much money, hey, I mean, I didn't. I was like, first I bought the drone. My first drone was the DJI Mini 4K. It was like $300. And I said, oh, that's a pretty little investment. But, now they're getting cheaper, $200, and there's more expensive, better options as well. But for less than $1,000, you know, and then 2 days with our academy, 1 day for the test, within 3 days, you could start making 6 figures. And your business, including the purchase of the drone And the cost of your FAA 107 is completely tax deductible with Section 179 tax code. So if you know how to do deductions and write off things, you literally can make that money back in taxes. So why should you attend? Because you're going to get more than just, you know, the skills. You're going to join us, our group, our flight crew, our, community of like-minded professionals. Like Eric is like-minded like me. Like we think alike. All these people that join our academy, we share everything with them. We love them. They're our family. So if you want to be a part of our family, join our academy and you will be with us forever. You'll be part of, you could literally call me, Chris, I got a question, whatever. I'm there for you. And then our program, like I said, doesn't just teach you to fly the drones. You get all kinds of resources, the business marketing, the AI techniques, everything you need. And then you'll also get, you know, the guidance and the knowledge to save the money because that's what people care about is saving money, time, resources, because, you don't want to be sitting there thinking and trying to figure it out on your own. And when you could be out there making money. And so we also have, uh, a network where you can join if you want and become part of our group. Uh, we're still kind of working out the membership, things, but if you do, you're get everything that you need: mentorship, collaboration. We're going to give you business references. We're going to have ongoing recurrent courses. So many things that you can gain just by becoming part of our family. So this is our little schedule of what's going to happen. So the first day is basically more geared towards drone business and development, why you'd want to start a drone business, the business and marketing skills, the things that you want to know before you even start a drone business, So, like I said, there's things like vertical markets, the sales cycles, the pillars to success, the power marketing, which I talked about, the strategic versus tactical, I talked about, and then the mistakes. There's a lot of people making mistakes. They don't know what's going on, and then how to build your brand, price your services, advertise, and deliver. Then the second day, that's the nitty gritty. That's the more hands-on learning about actual drones, physically understanding how to operate the drones. And we go deep, deep into that. We talk about first how to get your FAA 107 because that's literally the key. Then which drones to get, good and the bad, the components and accessories, motors, very important, and which ones not to waste your money because there's a million accessories out there, but which ones are most important? And then registering, you have to register your drone. That's required. There's so many other things. There's what's called Lance, local area network, and uh, uh, sorry, I'm getting brain fart here, but anyways, it's basically what it is airspace control. So you can't fly within 5 miles of an airport unless you get previous clearance. You can't go into restricted air zones, and there are specific like apps and registration things that you could do to like streamline that, make it possible to like fly in areas that may or may not be restricted. It's very important to know that. And then uh, there's like things like a logbook. I didn't, when I started, I didn't know I had to keep a logbook, but you do. You have to record every flight, record it down because if something happens, if anything happens, you have to have a record of it. So it's like if you work in science, you got, you know, you got your book, you keep all your notes in it basically. So it's the same thing. You record your data and then later on, you put everything in there, and if anything happens, anything deviates, you know exactly where and what happened. And then the video hosting and AI software. So like, where do you put your videos? How do you put your videos on those platforms? We'll teach you. And then there's trade associations, which give you a lot of information. I mean, a plethora, more, even more than I could provide. Like I even learned from trade associations. They just give you everything. So we'll teach you how to get involved with those, and most of them are free as well. And then which drone insurance. So anytime you operate drones with a business, you have to have drone insurance. Now there's so many companies out there that are kind of sort of offering drone insurance, but they're going to charge you a crazy amount of money. And I know the best ones to save money and how to control your drone, camera settings, and then DJI has quick shots, which are so easy. I mean, literally with this Neo, all you got to do is push the button, select the quick shot. So there's things called a droney where it goes back and does a drone selfie. There's rocket where it shoots up and looks down at you. There's follow me where it walks it like you just walk and it follows you around. Those are all quick shots. Plus advanced shots after that, how to like maximize your camera to get the best shot. And then hands-on training, which we talked about. So we have Eric's going to share a registration. If you sign up for this, you will get on our email list. We'll send you all the information. You won't miss anything. You'll be up to date. You'll know exactly how to purchase your tickets. Super simple. And if time's running out. We got 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. So there's only a few seats left because people are really starting to get interested in this, and we're going to offer everything super cheap. So if you sign up, if you register and purchase your ticket within the next 24 hours, I'm going to double your chances to win the free drone. And we are offering it virtually for $79, so you can still attend. Even if you're not in Florida or even close to West Palm Beach, you can still attend for only $79 and potentially win $500 worth of equipment. That's simple. And then this is what kind of like one of the things I wanted to do. Eric doesn't fully know about this yet, but I think that the day before we're going to do this, I call it the D-Day event because it's the decision day. This is the decision day. If you haven't decided by the last day before the event, you could still come and learn. Fly with us. I'll show you how I fly my drone. If you have a drone, bring it. We'll all get together. We'll fly our drones together. It'll be fun. And then afterwards, we're going to have a little mixer where we can, have a few drinks, just relax, get calm, get collected, think about what we want to do and talk to me and Eric, learn everything, that we know and, what we want to do. And if you do come to those events, we got a little extra thing for you. You're going to get 8 extra tickets to win the drone. And then just by attending, we're going to secretly, I'm not going to tell you how, but give away a DJI Osmo SE gimbal for your phone if you just like camera, photo, video stuff. You can take it. It literally stabilizes your phone. Super cool. We're giving that one away at the D-Day event. So thank you very much.
Yes.
I appreciate everyone who attended. You guys are awesome. Come fly with us. I love you all.
Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, Chris, thank you so much. We
Yes,
actually
sir.
have Anna is with us. She logged
Hi,
in
Anna.
probably about 20 minutes ago. I actually wanted to announce that if you are listening to this on the after recording, you can go to likemindedpro.com/drone masters academy, and that's where you can register for those tickets now. They are $79 virtual, and right now they are Chris, I'm kind of feeling a little a little good right now, and I actually wanted to offer the in-person for that $99. What do you think about that?
Man, you are a nice guy.
I mean, I don't know why I'm doing it, but I want people to come. I want people to enjoy. Chris, I had the pleasure of, you
Thank
know,
you.
meeting him actually at one of our meetups, and this is the relationship, and I felt very, very, very comfortable. And he is a wealth of knowledge in the drone industry, and we're very
Thank you.
happy to collaborate with Hawk AI and Chris, and let's get this going, man. I feel really good about this, and like I
Me
said,
too.
what I would like everyone to know is that for right now, it's $99 for the next. Let's do 48 hours. Okay, so we're gonna give 48 hours after this video, and then this is that $79 virtual, which will live stream all of the agenda pieces that
And
are
24 hours and you get the extra tickets too. So double your tickets. So whatever you earn throughout the whole entire experience, including being at the event, multiply by two.
there you go. There you go. I love
So you
it.
got 24 hours for that, 48 hours for the $99, and then the $79 for virtual. I mean, it's a steal.
Steal. Steal, steal, steal. So I wanted to open up to the floor. I know Anna right now is in. If you want to
Hi,
unmute
Anna.
yourself, feel free to ask any questions.
Yeah, I'm here for you. Anyone has questions. I mean, yeah, I love questions.
Let's see, maybe there will be a question coming in from the chat.
Sure.
Let's see
If you
here.
want to read it off to me, because I don't have my chat pulled up. But if there
Yep.
is one.
So there's one that actually just came in, not from Anna, but I oh, hold on. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so Anna said that thank you very much for the presentation. I don't have any experience with drones, but it's so interesting.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people, they see him on TV, they see him, they hear about him, but they just never touched one and tried to fly one. And I'll tell you, it's so easy. So when I went to one of Eric's events, um, some people were coming and checking out my drone, and I said, hey, let me just take it off. And this is inside, there's a whole nother level to flying it inside, but this is indoors. And I just had it up hovering and I said, here, you want to try to take the controls and, see what you can do. Eric did it. And then a couple people took it and I was like, why don't you just try landing on that table? 5 minutes, they already knew how to land the drone. That's how easy it was. And then that's with a controller. That's using the sticks. Now you got two sticks. You got to know how the sticks work. We'll teach you that. But some people they need little stickers and things on their controllers to to figure out which direction to go. I've heard that. Some people just can't remember, so they don't like controllers. Well, something like this, the DJI Neo, doesn't even need a controller. Literally, voice operated, follows you. It just tracks you by your phone. And the new technologies are coming out with the DJI Air 3S, or sorry, the Air 3S, which is coming out in 2 days, is going to have a beacon capability where it can literally follow you, and you don't even need a controller. So if you're nervous about starting and using a drone, I guarantee you will not have any problems. Everybody's like, well, I don't want to crash it. It's almost uncrashable these days. They have obstacle avoidance where even if you flew it straight at a wall and wanted to crash it, it would literally go to that wall and stop because it's not allowed to go any closer than a certain set distance. And then flying through trees, same thing. So just think about it. It's so easy. And you don't have to manually take it off and manually land it. There's return to home where you just press a button and it'll land exactly where it took off from using GPS. There's been times where I've taken my drone out, the battery got low, and I thought, and it was completely out of sight. And I'm not saying you should let it get out of sight, but it got out of sight, or my phone, which I had used as my display, died, and I wasn't able to see where I was. Literally, it automatically returns back to where it started and lands exactly where it took off. That's how easy it is. So you know,
So
you're not gonna lose.
so it's like Elon Musk rockets, like SpaceX rockets.
Exactly, right? Did you guys see that launch? That thing was amazing. I mean, every day it's like he said, it's science fiction without the fiction. That's what we're doing here with these drones, science fiction without the fiction. Like this thing is so intelligent for $200. Like my iPhone costs 1,200 and this thing costs 200, and this thing can literally do things that my phone can't even do.
Wow.
That's the technology right now.
It's incredible. Truly.
Indeed.
Well, what I'm gonna do is Anna, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually send in the chat here, a like a web link, and this is directly to the actual Drone Masters Academy. That's like your best option to look through the information and sign up. As we speak right now, I am doing that $99 um, promotion that we're having, but
Stop giving it away for so cheap.
I'm sorry, but
Come on.
if you're local, meaning if you're in the South Florida area, you can put South Florida on the chat, or if you're in a different area that you might not be able to come, then if you want to write there virtual, whichever one you prefer, we just want to
Nice.
know where you're kind of chiming in from. Let's see.
I like it. I like it.
Yep.
And the actual academy is gonna blow your mind. I mean, I have videos, I have details that no one else. I've done a few different so I did a workshop, I've done webinars, about drone businesses, and none of them really hit every subject. They kind of try to like sure, just hit the main things and not really get into the nitty gritty. I'm literally telling you everything you need to know. And that's like multiple courses all combined into one, condensed into one extremely intensive but fun and exciting academy experience. Like I wish they offered that for me when I started.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And we're fun. We're fun. Me and Eric are cool, fun guys. We like to, we're not just like, "Wow, I'm so serious." We like to have fun and get involved, ask questions, tell jokes. Everybody's gonna have a good time. And oh, Eric, are we gonna be doing lunch or?
Yeah. Yeah, we will.
Yes, so food will be, we'll have some food.
Mhm.
We'll have everything you need. You won't have to stress. If you can commit 2 days to us, we will commit 2 days to you fully. We'll give you everything we got.
Agreed. Totally agree.
And
Beautiful.
it's close to the airport. So if you are out of the area and you do want, if you're considering attending in person to get the hands on, just know that like it's very, very close to Palm Beach International Airport. So, if you can find a cheap ticket to get there, it might be a little extra as far as, combining that with the event, but think about the amount of money you're making
Oh
by
yeah.
attending.
Cool. So, oh, what? Anna knows where the airport is.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, perfect. Like centrally located. And there's, great hotels. There's, all kinds of places within the area that are fun and exciting. Downtown West Palm Beach is where I'm planning on having the mixer. So it's literally all going to be right there. You won't have to travel very far. If you need a rental car or whatever, you won't even have to use much. Literally everything will be right in that area.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. So
Yeah.
cool, man. So I'm gonna I guess what we'll do is Anna, pleasure meeting you. And if you want, I'm not sure if you
Pleasure, Anna.
registered or not. But if you're not, you should totally if you want to submit your email address on the chat, we'll just reach out to you or a phone number, whatever you feel comfortable, so we can just send you information on how to join us on the next webinar or our next fly around, right?
Yeah.
Next mixer, whenever we have our next events.
Yeah. So we're going to have another webinar next Monday, same time, 6 p.m., where you can get another 2 tickets. So that's, say you're here today, you got two, you attend the next one, that's four. If you come to the mixer, you get another eight. So you're already up to 12. Multiply by two, that's 24. Okay. So you're already like, I mean, you're probably
Oh,
going to win the drone. You know what I'm saying? The more you attend, the more you can win.
but I don't know if I don't know if Anna was here for what those tickets are. The tickets are for
Oh, okay.
the raffle.
Right. So okay, sorry about that. All right. So Anna, for our raffle, we're giving away basically a free DJI Mini 4K, which is a really awesome drone. It's basically all you need to get started. So with accessories as well. So the more basically if you attend, but you have to attend. You have to attend either virtually or in person to win. So if you earn these tickets, these raffle tickets, at the end of the event, the academy, I'm going to be doing a drawing of everybody. And the more tickets you have, obviously the better chances you have to win. And then if you are able to make it to the mixer, we're also giving away a DJI Osmo SE phone gimbal. So you could literally start a real estate business with those two pieces of equipment. And for what would it cost now? Just say, so you cut for $99. I mean, right? Eric, you're giving away for $99. Come on, dude.
I know. I'm
I'm
sorry.
already in the negative here.
I'm
I
sorry,
can't
man.
afford this.
Hey,
I
man.
gotta make a living too, man.
I know, but listen, man. I want everyone to be there. My generous. I can't stop it
We got
sometimes.
Santa Claus over here
Yeah, man. That's not even Christmas.
delivering my gifts. I'm the elf making the gifts. He's delivering them.
Great.
But seriously, it's so good. Like the best investment you could possibly make.
Cool. Good stuff. Well, listen, it's been a little over an hour, but I appreciate
Yes,
everyone
sir.
for joining. And if how would they be able to contact us, Chris?
Well, you can go to our event website at LikeMindedPro/DroneMasters Academy. You can go to my website, which is hawkaidronetech.com, which also will link you to Eric's like-minded landing page to take you to the tickets. You can go on Eventbrite, purchase the tickets. Uh, I mean, there's so many ways you can contact me directly. My email is hawkaidrone@gmail.com. You can call me. My number is 561-788-5483, and I'll literally talk to you, answer any questions you have. You can connect with me on WhatsApp. We have a Drone Master Academy chat set up on WhatsApp for any questions, concerns, whatever you need, maybe logistical information, anything like that. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Hawk AI Drone. Um, Man, am I missing anything, Eric? What else?
I think you hit
So many
everything.
ways.
So
Yeah,
many ways. But
so many ways.
amazing. Well,
See
again,
some of my work, see some of the things I've done,
yeah.
and Eric's work. I mean, he does great stuff.
Absolutely. And actually I know we're a little over, but I just wanted to show if anyone hasn't seen this, this is just a brief overview of kind of what the our web page looks like here. You see
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Commander Chris there. And then you could basically just go on here and um, go through and these are actually some of the work that Chris has done at Hawk AI and all the information that you need. So again, this is likemindedpro.com/dronesmaster academy, and it explains everything that you need to know and how to get there. And we really want to see everyone there on October 26th to the 27th. So much love, everyone.
Please.
And we'll see you soon. All right.
All
Well,
right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone who attended and anyone who's, gonna maybe watch this after. I really appreciate you for even being interested, getting engaged, wanting to learn, because all I want to do is share everything that I've learned with you so that way you can do what I needed to do, as far as figuring it out on my own. But you don't have to do that. I'll show you everything you need to know. So please attend our academy and you will not be disappointed. I guarantee you will succeed.
there you go. Love the words. And Anne says,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. She sent our
Thank you, Anna.
the the email address, so I'll go ahead and send
Perfect.
her some information, and we appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you so much. Fly with us.